There's this kind of parasitic wasp that lays its eggs inside a big, juicy caterpillar. And the eggs hatch and they live inside the caterpillar as they develop. And then at some point, they're big enough and strong enough that they emerge. And they emerge and create cocoons on the outside of the caterpillar. And the caterpillar continues to protect them until it eventually collapses from exhaustion and the new parasitic wasp can emerge. Night of the Long Knives came 2 weeks after the last of the Conservative Party in Germany, that was not the Nazi Party, had given kind of a last stand speech. This guy, Franz von Papen, was the vice chancellor. And he was not actually taken out in Night of the Long Knives. He was too public a figure. He had a relationship with Hindenburg, who was the last person who could have done something about what was happening. And I think they just knew that this would be too much and too public. But they did take out his speechwriter for that speech. They took out his chief of staff. They made sure that that caterpillar knew it was no longer the actual species in charge. Keep in mind, this is not somebody talking out about the Conservative Party. This is the Conservative Party that has had the Nazi Party emerge from it, trying to rein back in or speak against or control the Nazi Party and realizing that it's too late. People who would like to deny the right of existence to scientists of world fame just because they are not party members. The other line is, great men are not made by propaganda, but grow through their deeds and are recognized by history. They're trying to say, whoa, what's happening? What's happening? But it was too late. The thing is that like those eggs had already been laid within that host. And that Nazi party was not going to be reined back in, and it was too late. But the thing is that people didn't understand that that life cycle was already underway. The last few lines of Franz von Papen's last speech, when he is realizing that this caterpillar is having a problem. This is 2 weeks before Night of the Long Knives, right? And this speech is written by a guy named Young, who is lost in the Night of the Long Knives. But Papen is the one that delivers it. And remember, he's a conservative vice chancellor. He is part of the party that got the Nazis into power. And he says, the people know that great sacrifices are expected of them. They will bear them and follow the Fuhrer with unwavering loyalty if they are allowed to have their part in the planning and the work, if every word of criticism is not taken for ill will, and if despairing patriots are not branded as enemies of the state. 2 weeks before, he's still trying to convince the wasps that they are actually part of the caterpillar or that the caterpillar should survive.